guys, welcome to the channel. Not really sure what we're going to be calling it yet, but we're going to be starting a new series where we just talk about news and events happening within the hunting and fishing community. If you have any ideas, just leave a comment below on what you think the series should be called. Special panel of judges was assembled in Harrisburg, Pennsylvania during the Great American Outdoor Show to score a black bear killed by hunter Jeff Melillo in Morris County, New Jersey. They determined that the bear scored 23 and 5/16, which makes it the new Pope and Young world record black bear to be taken with a bow, toppling the previous record from 1993 in California with a score of 23 and 3/16. The bear weighed in at 700 pounds, which, if you've bear hunted at all, you know that that's big for any species of bear. And Eli Randall, the record director of Pope and Young, said that he was not prepared for the amount of mass that the skull possessed. Not only was the skull huge, but the bone structure was the heaviest he had ever seen, which makes sense since it's a world record. But the bear will be displayed at the Pope and Young convention in Virginia this March. All right, on to the next story. What would you do if you saw someone trespassing on your land? Would you fire a warning shot, confront them, take their info down, and call the local game warden? Well, a ranch hand in Albany County, Wyoming, belonging to Double Four Ranch, decided the best course of action was to yeet their head with a shovel. The event took place last April between Scott Dunlap, the shovel man, and Matt Allshouse, the yeeted hunter. Matt suffered a loss of consciousness, vision issues, and several stitches on his head. Now, the reason that we're telling you about this for news this week, even though the event took place last April, is that the ranch hand was actually just acquitted of aggravated assault and battery, a felony sentence that could have cost him up to 10 years in prison. He was instead convicted with a misdemeanor and is currently out on bond. Now, I know when I first read this, I was a little bit surprised, but honestly kind of glad that the law sided against a poacher. I discourage any kind of illegal hunting, and I try to avoid anybody who I even suspect of illegal hunting. It just gives us all a bad name, and brings the entire sport and community down. However, what makes this case a little bit more bizarre is that the hunter had a GPS that said that where he had taken his turkey was on Wyoming BLM. However, the hunter also originally claimed that he had shot the turkey in a field, but video evidence actually taken from his friend, who was there at the time, showed that that had been false information. It's unclear right now as to whether this particular evidence led to Dunlap's acquittal or not. There's no official statement about it. But moral of the story is double check your maps, hunt legally, and if you see a pissed off farmer in Wyoming with a shovel, run. If that isn't enough happy news coming out of Wyoming, well, here's another story for you. As many people may or may not be aware, there's been a bit of a storm brewing in Wyoming's Grand Teton National Park. A dispute has been firing up for some time about what to do about a non-native herd of Rocky Mountain goat that the park staff think may pass diseases onto the local herd of bighorn sheep. While most everyone agrees that the goats should be removed, it's the manner that the park staff have decided to cull the herd that has everyone up in arms. Instead of, let's say, using this as an opportunity to make money for game and wildlife by issuing out tags, as well as letting hunters have a crack at a species that many of us will never get the opportunity for, the superintendent decided that it was better to hire a helicopter sharpshooter and to kill the entire herd. What makes this situation worse is that even the state government is pleading for the staff to reconsider, as shown from this letter from Mark Gordon to Park Superintendent Mr. Gopal Nujibale, and no, that is not a made-up name. Despite these countless pleas for reconsideration and numerous phone calls from the public, who are the true owners of our nation's national parks, the helicopter is set to begin operations on Saturday, February 22nd, and be completed the following day. At the time of this filming, there are no reports as to how the status of this operation went. Before we go, since it's that time of year again, I'll let you know what states currently are open to apply for a draw so you don't miss out. For draws ending this week, we have Utah Black Bear currently open and ends on February 24th, and Washington Black Bear ending on February 28th. For upcoming deadlines, we have Wyoming moose, bighorn sheep, and mountain goat, of course. That ends on March 2nd, and then we have Utah mule deer, antelope, elk, sheep, moose, and mountain goat, all ending on March 5th. Some East Coast opportunities are Florida Special Opportunity Spring Turkey. I'm not exactly sure when that one ends. And South Carolina multi-site turkey. Again, no information publicly posted about when that draw actually closes. But those are currently available right now. All right, so these are just some of the highlights from this past week, but we hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, please give us a like, and if you want to continue to be up to speed on hunting, fishing, and outdoor news, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Have a good week, avoid shovel ranchers, and we'll see you next time.